Hey, do you know what time it is? That's right. It's time for Coach Lindy's podcast. The podcast to get you moving. Hi, I'm Lindy Hutchinson, a certified life mastery consultant with the Brave Thinking Institute. As a life coach, I help others transform their life as I have mine. It's not easy, but it is possible, and it most certainly is worth it. Each week, I'll share insights that inform, inspire, and ignite in you your desire to create a life that you love. So let's find out what's going on this week. Welcome. It's great to see you again here on the podcast. Coach Lindy here. I hope your week has been going well. We're going to do another profile this week, and we're going to highlight Mr. Brendan Burchard. I'm probably pronouncing his name incorrectly, but he is considered the world's #1 high-performance coach and one of the most successful motivational speakers and creators in history. So Brandon has done very well for himself, and then more importantly, he's helping a lot of other people. Now, whether you're familiar with him or not, if you're not, this will give you a nice introduction, and maybe there's something you'll find out about him that maybe you didn't know before if you are familiar with him. He was born in 1977 in Montana. He did come to California. There's two main events that happened in his life that led him to the journey that he's been on. He says that when he was 19, he survived a car wreck. And like a lot of people who survive something terrible, he asked, did I love, did I live, and do I matter? And it's very moving. Of course, when any of us go through something that is brings us back to, wow, this could have happened to me, and I survived, then it helps us rethink the direction that we're going. He also tells the story about, as a young man, apparently he got into where he had a good job. He said, and he quit the job because he wanted to be a full-time writer, speaker. Well, he published a book, and as he describes, like a lot of first-time writers, he went broke. And he was broke, I believe, for 2 or 3 years. During that time, he met and began to live with the woman who ultimately would become his wife. Nice for him and her. And there was a night where things changed radically for him, because he was writing and really trying, and on the bed as his work service, he had all of his bills laid out, and he was going through that. And he said his girlfriend at the time didn't know that he was looking at bankruptcy. And he was really struggling. He hated where he was at. He wanted to support her, and he wasn't feeling happy about that. And anyway, in the evening, she was ready to go to bed, and she physically got into bed and snuggled under the covers, literally under his bills, and he felt terrible. It's like, here, this woman I care about was literally supporting them, and now figuratively was carrying the weight of his bills. And he made a determination that night that things were going to radically change. And he said in 17 days, he finished his next book, which became a bestseller, and that launched everything for him. But the revelation that he had that I thought was very compelling was, if you're in something for yourself, it can wane. But if you are fighting or working to help someone else, someone that you care about, that changes everything. So this was a real clarifying moment for me, Not that the whole thought was new, but I liked that. And it's easy for us to get self-absorbed and self-interested. And like, well, this is how I feel, and this is what I want, and this, and this, and this. So we need to stop and think about what am I doing and who is it for? And if we find a cause, or maybe if we believe in God, or if we want to save the earth, or we want to have a legacy for our grandkids, if we can find something beyond ourselves, something that's bigger than ourselves, something that really drives our passion, our life will change. So if you feel like you're getting kind of stagnated, you're not making the progress you want to make, you're getting kind of stuck, this is a beautiful example. Now, he goes on and publishes several best-selling books. In 2008, his book, Life's Golden Ticket, an inspirational novel. And then his second book in 2011, The Millionaire Messenger, which reached #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, and also Wall Street Journal, US Today, and Amazon. His third book in 2012, The Change, Activating the 10 Human Drives That Make You Feel Alive, was #1 in the Wall Street bestseller list. Then 2 years later, in 2014, the Motivation Manifesto spent 32 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. And then 2 years later, in 2016, he was named a member of Oprah Winfrey's network Super Soul 100. Then 1 year later, in 2017, his High Performance Habits was a Wall Street bestseller and was #2 on Amazon's Best Business and Leadership books. So once he had something to fight for, something to work for that was bigger and more important than himself, that's when he saw a real turn in his energies, his direction, and the results that he was yielding in his life. So this week, our profile, Brendan Burchard, our power word for the week is fight. We want to have that good fight. We want to have that effervescent, that excitement, that I'm going to do this and no one's going to stop me. And that's how we achieve what we want to. Our Train Your Brain thought for the week is success depends on your fight. So our willing to fight complacency, our willingness to get up out of the chair, out of bed, whatever we're in that is holding us back. And our Hey, That's Funny file, funny, Phyllis Diller. I know, the late, great, legendary Phyllis Diller. The reason why women don't play football is because you'll never be able to get 11 women to wear the same outfit at the same time. Unfortunately, there's probably a lot of truth to that. So, my friends, this was our 42nd episode. I'm so glad that you were here with me. I'm looking forward to seeing you again next week, where we will tackle maybe another profile of an amazing person doing amazing work, changing their world and everybody else's. So, keep building your dreams and creating a life that you love. Live boldly because you deserve it. Take care, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for joining me this week. I look forward to being with you every week. And if you'd like to get in touch with me, please email me at coachlindy@lindyhutchinson.com. My name is spelled L-Y-N-D-I, so it's Coach Lindy, L-Y-N-D-I, at Lindy Hutchinson, LYNDIHUTCHINSON.com. I value what your input is, and I'm always open for suggestions and ideas. If you will like and or subscribe to this podcast, that would be wonderful. I appreciate it. And I enjoy anything that you might want to send in, or if you would like some more information about coaching, send me an email and I will get back with you, and we'll talk about how you can create your best life. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.